Well, what is going on, Kingsman? Welcome back to another NTW3 video. I know it's been a bit, like I'd said, started the academy, so this is my break day, which means it's NTW3 Wednesday. That'll be a thing for the next 2.5 to 3 months, I believe. And then the weekends, of course, but I've missed this, guys. It's only been a couple days. But I have missed this, so we're jumping right back in. This is a 3v3, I believe, sent in by Francisi. It is a if you love Spain or Spanish maps, this is the battle for you. It has two Spanish, a 7-pointer and a 10-pointer, as well as the UK 8-pointer going up against three French on the Fuentes de Honoro or something like that. Yeah, so actually I played this map recently in my last stream. A very fun raging fight happened around here. There's actually, well, the French usually get here first, have some nice street fights, but then there's like all these, you know, like it's like vineyards or orchards with all these walls interlapping, and it's a very good place to kind of hold. You actually get shelter from the walls if you're hiding behind them. Put troops behind them, they actually will take shelter from the walls. I mean, also in the city you have the same thing, but as you can see, we have this 10-pointer pushing hard on the flank. UK coming in immediately, maybe trying to take this high ground. There's high ground on both sides here for this map here. If we take a look at the tactical view or the strategic views where you want to be, this hill is a beautiful place to set up if you're the French to defend the town. But also if you're in attack, good artillery can fire from the hill. And the same for the coalition. One thing with coalition is you have to watch out because the French are going to be hitting your flank. They actually take the high ground here. They can take this high ground and they can push on the hill. They have some beautiful cover here if they use those walls. So the UK are going to have to, as well as the Spanish, going to have to watch out as France may try swinging it or march all the way down here and come in all the way behind them. Over on this side, you can see Spain is forming up. France looks like they may be trying to control this ground. Now they have an excellent position once again. A river kind of bordering it. They can set up artillery here, set up reserves here, or push everything across except for their artillery and hold right in the tree line. Remember, the trees, all of this is going to slow your army down. So Spain is going to be walking slower, advancing through here. Let's get a quick look at these boys. Ah, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. It's a beautiful looking day in the Total War battlefield, I guess. In the European theater, Spanish theater technically. Oh, look at these guys, volunteers with the green uniforms, green, red. I love that, actually. I remember I watched the Alamo, and of course it was Mexican troops, but they had the uniforms kind of like this, the green and reds. They had greens, reds, whites, you know. We have some the Legion, and then we have reserves. It's like here's the good, like some good infantry in the back, looking for the guard, like they're elites. But yeah, UK are bringing one heavy blue horse, I believe, and then a lot of Portuguese cavalry. Now, it looks like they actually are trying to push them over and use their cav. They have their really good quality cav. The only problem, guys, is the French are already pushing across. Probably these are squarables. These are light infantry. They probably square. They're pushing very aggressively. You don't want to lose that blue horse or that dragoons, Queen Own, not blue horse, my apologies. Still a really good cav unit, C4, which is really good considering for the UK. We did have someone take an LOC way in the back here, sending a cheap 66-man volunteer unit, kind of like a militia unit way back there. Spain looks like they may be actually taking the left side of this town and letting the UK actually push up here. Now the UK are going to they have an interesting take. They're going to be pushing up maybe in the left side. The artillery is already firing here, as you can see. They have a combat general right here. Oh wait, no, right here? Yeah, there it is. They are going to already be hit and fire. Yeah, there it is. There's the French artillery. Probably was trying to target a unit and actually right-clicked on an actual unit, so it made them appear, which is why you always target in front or behind a unit. But the problem is the UK are now going to be under fire, and UK have smaller units. So you don't want to have them under a duration of artillery fire. Oh, look at this. We have French line infantry sneaking up here. There's nothing. I mean, there's not even cav by this artillery. What are they doing? Oh, potentially a cav engagement. Now, see, yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about, guys. France is pushing up here and pushing here. So the UK need to be very, very cautious as they may get pushed by the French on 2 different points with, you know, more French pushing up behind. The one good thing that may be working out for the coalition is that this French army splits themselves. If they split, it could be a very good thing. See, yeah, see that cav thought they saw the artillery. Thankfully, no, don't charge them in, though. Don't charge them. Okay. They're not very good quality. Like, Portuguese cav isn't that good, but they have an advantage. They hit them while they're running away. It actually broke them very good, but they did lose one only, as these infantry are now going to keep pushing up here. Obviously, they can form squares, so they need to move infantry up here because this infantry unit is going to take out this artillery. Spain needs to push up here because they're about to bayonet charge this artillery piece. And they're going to lose their artillery here. Yep, they're going to charge, and I guarantee you they're going to bayonet charge any second now. And I don't know, cost-benefit ratio, guys. Do you think this was worth it? Oh, they made them form square. Okay, they also did move. Okay, they saved that artillery piece. And they broke down 2 French units. So very good. I would not have pushed up that much as the French infantry unless you bayonet charge to get that boost. But now the UK guns are stuck here, which may not be a bad position, I guess. So looking over here, nothing else really happening. Spain is advancing as France. I would have held right here. I would not have pushed across the river. I would have held here because Spain's going to push your flank. You don't want that. And I like how they are closing in. The UK is closing in as well as the Spanish. All closing around this town here and having a Spanish reserve as well as the UK marching up to meet this French attack. France very ready to be aggressive on this flank. Way more reserves in the back. The general skirmishers, they want to pull the cav back. Yeah, the UK are going to have a tough time, but the UK actually. So the one thing that the French need to be, oh, we had a cav charge here. Some cav, but now they're sending more Spanish cav. Charge these, it's like chasseur cheval in the back may actually break them. But now the Spanish are engaging here. I don't know where their artillery is. It's still way in the back here, but they have some. Here's their guard. This is what I was looking for. Oh yes, look at the good quality Spanish troops. They are the flank here, guys, and they could maybe do some real damage. Artillery moving up for these French. The French just need to draw the UK into the town and then bayonet charge them. That is literally what the French have to do. Use the buildings, kind of hide behind them. If you need to fall back a little bit more, do it. Make them fall in through the town where then you can charge them and use that excellent melee that the French have over the UK. And now the UK don't have to create this melee. So they're very good for shooting, but that's about it. Now the French are flanking the Spanish. Spanish may have to actually fall back a little bit here. Just work on a small area. Like just focus right here. Leave a reserve back here. Readjust your line, though, so this infantry can't march up and start firing on the flank here. Of course, the French do probably see the Spanish. Oh, yeah, there's some cav back here. Thankfully, they have some squarables all on the side, so they're safe there with cavalry support. But, yeah, with artillery forming up, they're going to be firing right into this Spanish line. That's not going to help. We do have cavalry making a general movement here in the center, in the town, and also looks like Spain actually was taking some losses here as France is going to start pushing up here, going for that flank. There is cav. I'm assuming they can form square there. But here we go. We have possibly a coordinated infantry and cavalry charge here. Can they form square? No, they cannot. So the chasseur cheval are going to charge in here and wreak havoc in the Spanish lines, breaking one troop already. But here comes the cavalry charging in. You can see that, yep, they can form square. Spain not charging. Oh, gotta be careful with that friendly fire, though. You have line infantry still here. They need to be really, really careful here. Probably have a lot they're doing. So more cavalry can start pouring in. Do they have squares? Oh, still no squares. And we have cav that charged over here. Thankfully, Spain probably honestly was dealing with this side too. As you can see, they can form square. inflicting heavy losses, but now a huge cav fight and a lot of infantry being charged by cavalry. Spain's cav is not the greatest, but Spain is rushing out. The 7-pointer is trying to save this flank, as Spain has committed a lot in this open area here. And you can see, actually, France may lose a lot of their dragoons in this fight. I'm getting a tactical view here. You can see, yes, Spain took some losses here. They did lose some infantry and some cavalry. But France also lost big time when it came to their dragoons. Yeah, they lost 2 dragoons. Very good. The dragoons of France, very excellent. So I think that's a win for the Spanish in that fight, even though they lost some units. France is slowly but surely pushing here. This looks more like a Westphalian. No, it's not. I don't think so. But see, yeah, using the wall guys, this actually is going to help this unit. They don't take as many hits. But they are pressuring. The UK are going to have to hold. Hopefully there's some Spanish reserves that can shift over to help them out. Artillery is, of course, shifting over as well. The UK are not pressuring here. They actually, if France should be trying to push out here where the UK are, the UK are basically trying to hold off. You can make them have to hold off 2 armies at once. If the French push up here, French push here, the UK will be pressured and actually have to fall back, and then let the French have a solid line along the entire front. France is actually starting to push up here. So they are pushing across the river, going up against, this is a good quality Spanish infantry here, and they have the forest. Spain actually now has a flank, which is going to actually cause the French to have to fall back into the town. France should be pushing right now. There is 3 units to hold back 6, so double. Now Spain is going to push up some reserves here. Like I said, that artillery, they have some skirmishers as well. More artillery. I think this artillery is able to help. They may have to be shooting like way over here. So this army, I think France, honestly, France should pressure this flank. I know that there is a lot of good quality line infantry here, but with your cavalry, and France does have dragoons. So they have excellent cavalry for this fight. If they can pressure the side, push some infantry up to bayonet charge, and charge in with cavalry, you will force them to have to be at a disadvantage for one or the other of things. Now, I guess France, maybe they can see... No, they can't see this. So if I just saw this, I would pressure it with this many troops. Now, maybe they just don't want to multitask all at once. Over here, it looks like Spain has way more troops than France does. France, this is, I believe, their light infantry. So this is light infantry. And they're not using it, which is unfortunate. They should have maybe just pushed back across here with that light infantry, try making a real solid pressure on the UK here. They want to really, and they need to be being aggressive. I see France being too passive here. Oh, we have some cavalry that charged in for the guns. A square was formed right in front of them, saving that artillery piece. Wow, that was a clutch play by the French. But now France has showed where their squares are, for the most part. Alright, they took another LOC in the way back. Okay, so they're securing the LOCs. Is this the general? France should have gone for that. That's the French general. Or not the French, sorry. Spanish general. I would charge these dragoons right into the Spanish right now. Because, yeah, you're getting that close, and now these heavies are going to have an excellent flank on your dragoons. And France is being caught a-napping. Napping. And guess who has the flank now? Now this general, they may need to push these dragoons to save this, but France is actually not doing too hot. I'm going up against heavies and dragoons. Yeah, look at this. They're going to break and lose all their cav, which is going to be a huge victory for the Spanish. But they are holding a lot longer than I thought they would. Oh, yeah, this fight's still raging. The French seem to be content to just stand and give some regular volleys. I don't know. I think, like I said, this French fight is a little stagnant. Spain won a huge victory here, driving back the French. Excellently played. Like I said, I would have attacked there too. I mean, they're so close. In the forest, you can run fast here. Oh, so here we go. France is now... Oh, they came back. If you're not paying attention to the minimap, well, that's why I noticed this. If you're not paying attention to the minimap in a game, you will not notice. I'd start running these guys. Let's start running them. Don't charge him yet.
Sir, our general is
Charge him yet, but there we go. It's over. Oh, France. Oh no. France just lost their guns. So Spain has a definite advantage now. French general is safe for now. And looks like we're going to have... Oh, the Cavs going to get back. What a clutch play these guys made. Because now Spain has a clear path to actually separate. So what I would do is I'd leave less troops here, pull some back, and start pressuring this Spanish. Like, it's in segments. I don't know if this is one whole French army, and this is another whole French... No, this is 2 French armies in here. That's definitely 2 French armies. Unless this is like a 10 or 11 pointer. Over here, you can see France is actually doing beautifully. The UK are losing troops here. They need to start falling back. The angles, oh, they have some Portuguese troops. That's not going to help. But they just don't have enough. The UK don't have enough. They have units sitting back here. They need to fall back, reform, try to fight over a smaller area because France is definitely doing a very good job of separating, dividing, and conquering. I love that sound of musket fire, just a roll. So, Spain has some troops here, some skirmishers. He's going to be skirmishing, trying to shoot up in the town. They're probably going to start leveling some buildings, trying to get some good angles on the French units here. But they need, like, okay, even this Spanish troop needs to fall back. If anything, actually, what they should do is they should shift some Spanish troops right here. Put some right here, and then some right here to threaten this flank. But yeah, UK are in trouble. They don't have a lot of troops here, guys. As good as the reloading skill is, the French just have... Oh, they have Polish. Okay, so the Polish infantry actually have some decent stats. Oh, there's only one. But they do have really good stats when it comes to reloading accuracy. There's 2 of them. 2 Polish line infantry units. Sorry, my camera's going too fast. I'm trying to control it. So the real fight's still happening here. Oh, this Spanish cav once more. They should have gone for the general. Why did they not go for the general? Go in for that general. Kill him now. Kill him. Where is he? There he is. I think that's him.
We have killed their
Yes, that
general,
was
sir.
him.
Now they must break.
You see the general fall, and now... Oh, wow. Look at that mass rout. Holy moly. It is just a mass rout. The French just broke. I mean, with the general dying, they probably got pressure. I mean, the infantry in the woods, these are really good quality Spanish infantry. And now the French flank is caving, and they just... The downfall, guys, is they sat in the town too long. They had too many troops in the town trying to defend the town, and they didn't invest in the flanks here. They didn't do enough melee. They did a lot of shooting here. And this army is doing well, this French army, but I don't think it's going to be enough. It'll be a little bit too much, too late, maybe. And look at this. Even now, look how many troops. Okay, this is what I'm thinking that the French were doing. They were thinking, okay, it's LOC, you know, hold the LOC. I'm assuming this one French player was told to hold the town, right? So that's not their fault. This player was told, you know, just they're going up against the French. Now they probably had a good attack in the beginning with the artillery. Probably that was their job. This French player, I would say, they probably were thinking to push up and cave in behind. They probably were hoping that the Spanish wouldn't have troops here and they could push light infantry across and harass even on the side here the UK or Spanish line. That's what I'm gonna guess was their thought process, which is not a bad thought process. The one thing to learn, I guess, is you can change your strategy during the battle. You don't have to keep having that strict strategy. Reading the battlefield and knowing that, okay, I know we agreed I was going to defend the town, but it looks like you need help. And then, you know, pouring out of the town to help. You know, something you learn. Something you learn. And who knows if the French were even able to communicate with each other. If they weren't in a VC together, it's a lot harder to communicate those things, typing and then trying to play at the same time. It's rough. So I know that all the coalition were in a VC together, but it is what it is, you know. That's definitely the French downfall. They are going to now fall out of the town. It looks like they maybe fall back to this ridge. If anything, maybe they're going to link up here with the French and try pushing. They should have pushed right here on the UK this entire time, I think. They could have pushed out of the town here. Look at so few of the UK troops. There was 2 UK line infantry here, holding off 6. So, if you look, you can always probe out, guys. That's the thing, is you don't even have to make it a decisive push. If you push out and you see more troops all of a sudden popping up reserves to meet your attack, then you know they have them. If not, then hey, keep pushing, you know? Because now the French are just going to roll around. No, sorry, the Spanish are going to roll around. France is going to form up to meet them. And Spain just needs to be cautious that France doesn't melee. I haven't seen France melee very much at all, which is what they should be doing. It looks like France is still trying to just shoot their way out of this situation. And not going to maybe work out as well. Can't outshoot in every situation, especially with beefy units like the Spanish. But here come the rest of these Spanish, just rolling up here. They're never going to give them up. They're going to let them down. They're going to hurt them, though. Oh, yeah, look at that. 2010 game, guys, and it's still beautiful. Mods are obviously the way to go. You can see the fighting way up on the hill. Wow. That has got to be one of the coolest shots to see. It's just beautiful. Like, you have a fight way over here. Like, all the stuff you can see in one fight. Because, yeah, that's the French way over there. You have French right there. And the UK, and then you see French moving in through the town. I know I'm nerding out.
To the enemy.
Okay, they did take LC. But it's so cool looking. You know, like, even from here, technically, you can see the fight way in the background. Like, this general right here, his view, well, it'd be pretty obvious what he could see. He'd see the French banners here, and he'd probably look through a telescope and be able to see, yep, there's the Spanish pushing them. And you're like, well, that's not good. And then you see the routing troops, the cavalry. Oh, wait. Cavalry routing? Oh, no, that's... Yeah, there was a little clash, looks like, there with dragoons. They broke one of the cav units of Spain. And even now, guys, these troops are being wasted. I get it, he's trying to defend this flank, but there's nothing pushing him. So shift him over, get some reserves, re-extend your line. You're about to get flanked like out the wazoo. Oh, here we go. France is going in with the melee charge. Yes, finally. They are closing in and going in with the cold steel. Over here, you can see the Spanish have actually come to support this flank because UK are getting hurt here. This is what I like to see, though, guys. I mean, we have cavalry support now, but you can see the UK are falling back. Why? Well, because they can't do melee. Something that should have happened, like, honestly, a little bit ago. But yeah, now they're starting to pressure, setting in the Polish. Watch out for that flanking fire here. And they will make it to the UK, and they may actually fracture the UK center here. Oh, and more infantry charging in against the UK. Oh, the UK need to be very cautious here. They need to start falling back. They just got to hold this flank because the French are pressuring them really well. We had some cavalry charge in, go against the square and die. Spain still pressuring the French. Actually, the French have some artillery here. But they're going to have to try to hold against a 10-pointer. and it's gonna be rough for them. Now they do have reserves, so not bad. French units have been in the town. We do have some guard units or something like that going in to take the LOC. Just some regular line infantry. Over here, the UK, you can see they are just falling back here. They have taken heavy losses, and so the Spanish and the remainder of the UK are going to form up. They have to hold the French back. They cannot, under any circumstances, let the French link up again, or this battle could still turn in favor for the French. So the UK have a very crucial job here. You can see the UK troops that were right here broke. So France is still making headway, guys. This is not a washout victory. And wow, the French have just destroyed the Spanish forces that were here. Now this artillery is really hurting this French line. They probably should deal with this artillery. But France has done well. They are continually pressuring this UK force. Over here, the French actually are getting into melee, guys. This is what France needs to do. I'm happy to see them doing this. You're going to watch the Spanish start crumbling. Always remember, when in doubt as France, melee. When in doubt with France, you need to melee. You cannot go wrong unless you're going up against Russia. You almost always will be able to melee your way out of a situation. And look at this. This is a 7-pointer, keep in mind. This 10-pointer is getting as far away as they can from Spain. They need a bayonet charge these Spanish units. But we do have line infantry as well as cavalry pressuring this side, so a coordinated infantry and cav fight may do well here. The general for France is going to help out here. You can see UK broke once more, so I'm not just making this up, guys. Melee is the way to go against the UK. The UK are now going to have to try to hold off. Now, Spain is going to be able to help them out, and France is pretty weak. They were firing for a very long time before they went into melee, so they lost quite a bit. And now Spain has a little bit of an edge. They're not taking out the artillery, but they... yeah, they're losing here, aren't they? Oh, come on. Bayonet charge them. Bayonet charge them. Don't shoot them. What are you doing? Have you heard a musket bug for the coalition? I'm just kidding. It's a 3v3. It's pretty rare to get that. Oh, actually, they may break into some volume. So that may have been a good idea. But now the French have the edge of the town. They actually could push these troops up here and start pressuring here. At the same time, though, their flank is starting to waver. Or not waver, but be heavily pushed here. Just numbers, guys. Just numbers. It's a numbers game. Alright, so we still have some cavalry to defend this side. Spain's actually going to push out against France. I suspect they can actually hold off this French attack. They may lose the majority of their army, but I think they can do it. I believe they can. I believe in them. France is going to start falling back because they are getting flanked in this town. Technically, the French still hold the center points. They drove back these Spanish. So France holds this town still. Oh, wow. Look at... Okay. So we have... They're going to try to go in for either a general or trying to go in for a back charge here. Not a bad strategy. You can actually mass route a lot of Spanish or French units that are honestly probably pretty tired and exhausted from bayonet charges. And then go for the general and you will destroy this French army. The other French army looks like they are slowly being encircled. There's just not a lot of them. They can form square. Will they in time? No, they won't. The Queen's Own gonna polish off the rest of the French over here. Like I said, too little, too late is what I'm thinking is happening here because France is playing well. Now, I feel like in the beginning maybe they weren't playing as well as they could have. Like I said, a little too passive maybe. But they were being defensive. They do get the LOC. I always love attacking though, so whenever you're attacking, I think you're doing well. That's just my opinion. Take it or leave it. So mainly the only fight that's left is this one. Now, this unit has an angle, guys, which you can see here. I would have all these three units focusing on this one unit here. because it actually morale debuff when you have your side to the enemy. France is going to have to fall back. I'd say everything. They keep showing edges. You don't show people your edges. All right, you show them a bold line, a beautiful line, or a beautiful line. But now the UK and the Spanish are going to push over, and it's going to be just a last desperate stand of this French army here. It was pretty bloody, though, considering how fast this Spanish army broke through the French. Still a bloody clash, and
the men are fatigued, sir, and must
not
rest
the easiest fight, I would say. Hopefully this French didn't put any men in the LOCs, but yeah, their units are starting to be whittled down. They should always, when in doubt, like I know I repeat myself a lot. The Spanish just, look at how big these, I'm done. Look how big these units are. 120 men. Like, okay, some of them aren't as big. But they do well at shooting. They have, usually Spain can bring a lot of men. More than the French usually can. So they can do a prolonged shootout. If in the beginning they may not be winning, they will in the long run just because they have more troops than you do. That's why shooting does not work. Shooting does not work against the Spanish as much as melee, which you saw how well that worked for them. They should have honestly carried it across the road. It was their only chance to mass rout the French, or the Spanish. That's what I think they should have tried to do, maybe. I know they're trying to hold this LOC, but it's a desperate ploy, but they should have kept pushing and pushing. They have a road that could have been speed back when the Spanish were, you know, back here. It'd been perfect. But here we go. The French are... don't run away. The battle's over. The battle is over. Oh, wow. Artillery is just toasting the French. These guys are just going to take one volley and all mass rout. They're all going to break. They're not going to make it. And this battle is basically almost over. Let's see. I'm curious who's going to be doing the farming in this battle. The UK are trying to race the Spanish to the farming. Who will get the farming done? Looks like the Spanish will get the farming. All right. Anyway, the French have one troop left in the LOC. So and some cannoneers. Yeah. Butcher the coward. That's right. They fled. They deserve to die. I'm going to fast forward here just because it's an LSC fight, and with units breaking all around him, it's going to cause them to probably break pretty fast here, which will be the end of the fight, which lasted about 30 minutes.
We have killed their general, sir. Now they must break.
All right, so like I said, this one was sent to by the 10-pointer. Oh, yeah, France CC. Thank you for that. It was a good one. Okay, so we had 9, 7, and 9-pointer for the French. I don't know who was where. I'm assuming 7-pointer Victor went up against the 10-pointer over on this left flank, just because they didn't kill a whole lot. That is why. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. I may be totally wrong there. I don't actually know. I wish I could see that. Let's see. Yes. I'm assuming the kills was because they were farming near the end. They also did some good stuff before, but I'm pretty sure they were farming. That's the only thing I don't like about farming, is then you can't see how many kills they actually got in combat because you farmed. So, you know, how many kills did they actually get in a actual fight, not just killing men running away, which is why I tend not to farm if I want to see how good a unit actually did. But, you know, it is what it is. So, yeah, you can see they took some losses here, but at least 5 of their units got over 100 kills, and the rest got almost 100 kills. So, you know, even the general got some kills. So, yeah, it was a good battle, I think. Definitely some lessons to be learned about being passive and being aggressive, but, you know, we all are always learning. So, if I'm saying anything that may hurt your feelings, if you're one of the players, it's not to be taken that way, I promise. I just give the feedback that I can from what I've learned from my battles. And like I said, you can watch my streams when I stream. I'm not the greatest player by any means. I make mistakes. We all will. So, yeah. All right, guys. Well, that is about it. This will be the only video this week until the weekend. And that's how it's going to be, like I said, for a couple months, like 2.5 months, I think, or something like that. But then I'll be back full-time. I just gotta get through this Fire Academy, guys. So I thank you so much for the support. We hit like 26 more subscribers after I post my last video. So it really, it is encouraging to see you guys still supporting the channel, even if I'm not posting content all the time. So you guys continue to stay awesome. I really do appreciate y'all. You guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and I will catch you all in another video.